Why You Can't Sleep Tonight, Part 4, Anxiety and Insomnia. Hello, I'm Dr. Ninthtail. If you're just joining us, I recommend watching the previous videos first. We've already talked about what insomnia is, why sleep is so important, the physical causes of insomnia, and how stress affects sleep. Today we're going to focus on another very common cause of sleepless nights: anxiety. Have you ever climbed into bed feeling completely exhausted, only to have your brain suddenly become wide awake? Did I say the wrong thing today? What if I don't sleep tonight? What if something bad happens tomorrow? I don't even know why I feel like I'm on edge all the time. Why am I only doing this when I'm trying to sleep? I feel fine during the day. Your body is tired, but your mind just won't stop. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people may picture people living with anxiety as someone having panic attacks all day long. Sometimes anxiety has a clear cause. Maybe you're worried about your health, your family, or your job. But other times, you can't even tell what's making you anxious. The hardest part isn't the anxiety itself. It's feeling like you should have an answer, but you don't. You just feel restless, on edge, or unsettled. And if someone asked you what was wrong, you might honestly say, "I don't know." That can be especially frustrating because it's hard to fix a problem when you can't even identify what the problem is. Anxiety often shows up much more quietly. It can look like constant worrying, overthinking conversations, planning for every possible outcome, or feeling like you always must stay one step ahead of the next problem. The difficult part is that our brains are trying to protect us. When we perceive danger, our nervous system activates the fight or flight response. Your heart beats faster, your muscles tense, and your brain becomes more alert. This response is incredibly helpful if you're facing a real emergency. The problem is that our brains and nervous systems don't always respond differently to a real danger and a perceived one. As far as your brain is concerned, tomorrow's presentation, an unanswered text message, or a what-if scenario can feel just as urgent. And when your brain thinks you're in danger, it doesn't want you to fall asleep. That creates a frustrating cycle. You worry because you can't sleep. Then, you worry about the fact that you're worrying. Then, you start watching the clock, wondering how exhausted you'll be tomorrow. The more you try to force yourself to sleep, the more awake you become. Just talking about this makes me anxious. Let's take a step back. Let me briefly explain one of the ideas behind cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. One of the reasons it has helped me personally is that it changed the way I look at difficult situations. When something stressful happens, we often mix facts, thoughts, and feelings together. Our thoughts are influenced by how we're feeling in that moment, and when we're anxious, those thoughts often become much more negative than reality. One exercise that can help is to write everything down. It can be on a piece of paper or even the Notes app on your phone. Write down what happened, what you're thinking, and how you're feeling. Then try separating them into 3 simple categories. What are the facts? What are my thoughts or interpretations? And what emotions am I feeling? You may be surprised that they're not the same thing. Just slowing down enough to separate facts from anxious thoughts often gives us a little more clarity and a little more control. It may feel awkward at first, but like any skill, it becomes easier with practice. And once you learn it, you can use it in many different situations, not just when you're trying to sleep. We can also combine this with something called scheduled worry time. Instead of bringing your worries to bed, set aside about 15 minutes earlier in the evening. Write down everything that's on your mind, your to-do list, your concerns, your unanswered questions. When bedtime comes and those thoughts return, remind yourself, I've already given those worries their time today. I'll come back to them tomorrow. It won't work perfectly the first night, and that's okay. Like any new skill, it becomes easier with practice. If your anxiety is affecting your work, your relationships, or your daily life, please know that you don't have to manage it alone. Talking with your doctor or a mental health professional can make a tremendous difference. Anxiety is treatable, and asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. In our next video, we'll talk about another condition that often hides behind insomnia: depression. Although anxiety and depression can sometimes feel similar, they affect sleep in very different ways. Until then, thank you for spending a few minutes with me. I'm Dr. Ninth Tail, and I'll see you in the next video.